Hey, incredible community. I want to start by speaking directly to something that I know can feel pretty heavy. Have you ever felt like you or your child was making amazing progress and then suddenly everything feels like it stalls, or maybe even feels like it goes backward a little bit? Sleep becomes unsettled again, energy drops, behaviours you thought were gone start creeping back in. Emotions might feel bigger and you're left wondering, is something wrong? Is this working? Or even, are we going backwards? If that's you or your child, I want you to take a deep breath, hold it for a moment and breathe out, because what you're experiencing is something we see regularly, and more importantly, it's often a normal part of the process. It's a normal part of healing, and healing isn't a straight line. One of the regular things we talk about with our patients and our families at House of Chiropractic is that healing isn't linear, meaning healing doesn't happen in a straight line. It's not like up, up, up and perfect progress forever. It's more like up, pause, dip, up, then forward. It's almost like a bit of a roller coaster. And those pauses or even small regressions aren't signs that things aren't working. They're often a sign that you or your child's nervous system is working through the deeper layers and reorganizing itself. You, and especially your child's brain and nervous system, have something incredible. It's called neuroplasticity, which means you can adapt, you can reorganize, and build new connections. But that doesn't happen all at once. Often what we see is periods of progress followed by periods of stability and integration, where the body is essentially going, okay, let's lock that in. And during those integration phases, things can look like they've slowed down, or maybe sometimes they feel like they've gone backwards, but they haven't, they're consolidating. So why do these plateaus happen? Let's walk through really a few common reasons why this happens, because when you understand them, it can really become a lot less frustrating. Firstly, for kids, growth and development. When kids go through growth spurts, their body's using a huge amount of energy to grow, to develop and integrate new skills. So sometimes other areas like sleep or behaviour can feel a bit off temporarily. It's not a setback, it's the body prioritising growth, which obviously is essential for children. Secondly, immune challenges. If you or your child gets sick, that's not just an inconvenience, it's actually the nervous system and immune system working together. During this time, energy gets redirected towards healing and recovery. So you might notice more fatigue, more emotional sensitivity and less regulation. And then often, once you or your child recover, you will notice that something has shifted because the system has adapted and it's strengthened and also potentially detoxed as well. Thirdly, environmental, emotional stress or life changes. From pesticides and heavy chemicals in food to flame retardants in furniture, volatile compounds in cleaning products and mycotoxins in mold. These kind of environmental stressors can contribute to temporary plateaus in progress as the body works hard to process and eliminate these substances. Then we add on children with pre-existing neurological challenges often have nervous systems that are already dysregulated, making them more sensitive to these environmental toxins. Plus, seemingly ordinary life challenges like changes in routine, moving house, a new job, a different teacher, busy schedules, a loss of an animal, even things like sleep disruptions from your cat or your neighbour's dog, or moving to or from daylight savings. Kids especially feel these changes very deeply. These are just examples of a small sample of stresses that can place extra demand on the nervous system. And when that happens, the system may temporarily struggle to regulate as well. And then this can activate the nervous system's stress response. And when that happens, the body shifts into protection mode instead of healing or growth and development. So again, it can look like a regression, but actually it's the nervous system responding to stress. And finally, too much at once. Sometimes families are doing everything: therapies, multiple medications, appointments, supplements, strategies, interventions. And while it all comes from a place of love, sometimes the nervous system just needs time and space to integrate, because it can only process so much at one time. And medications can absolutely have a place, but in many cases they're designed to help manage, quieten, or reduce symptoms rather than addressing why the nervous system might be struggling underneath in the first place. So when we begin supporting and improving how the nervous system regulates and communicates, it can sometimes feel like the body is waking up again. And occasionally that may look like old patterns resurfacing briefly as the system tries to reorganize and adapt. So if you or your child is in one of these phases right now, please know it doesn't mean you've failed, it doesn't mean you're going backwards, and it certainly doesn't mean nothing is working. Most of the time it means the nervous system is adapting, integrating, and building resilience. At House of Chiropractic in Albury, we see this pattern regularly. A child or an adult, they move forward, then they pause, move forward again, and often after those pauses, that's when the big breakthroughs happen. So if you're in that space right now, feeling unsure, feeling frustrated, wondering what's going on, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not off track. Sometimes progress doesn't look like progress in that very moment, but when you zoom out, you'll see the bigger picture and you'll see you're still moving forward. At House of Chiropractic, our goal is to support you and your child's nervous system so it can regulate, adapt, and build resilience over time. And part of that journey is understanding that healing isn't always linear. It's layered, it's adaptive, and it's happening even when it doesn't feel like it. If you have questions or if you're navigating this right now, be encouraged. We're here to support you. DM us or reach out if you need. We're here for you.